Since it's Halloween, I figured it's the perfect time to platinum one of the scariest games ever, Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 has a total of 44 trophies, taking around 25 hours to complete. A lot of these are for getting different endings and story related. I wasn't looking forward to the different endings, but they were all very entertaining. There are a few trophies for getting collectibles, which you need to get all in one playthrough with no way to track them. Awesome. There is also a speedrun trophy and a trophy for completing the game in New Game Plus, which we have to do either way to get some of the endings. Hopefully I can finish this in 2 playthroughs, but we will see how things pan out. I haven't played the original Silent Hill 2, and this is my first time playing the new version, or any Silent Hill ever, so as always the first playthrough will be enjoying the story and getting all the collectibles. The game starts with James arriving at Silent Hill. He is looking for his wife, Mary, who died 3 years ago, but James got a letter from her saying she was at their special place, Silent Hill. I'm already very skeptical about this story because, well, it makes no sense. He just randomly got a letter from his dead wife. James is overall a very suspicious guy. The vibes were already creepy and I did not want the smoke, so I tried to make a run for it. Here I got my first trophy for trying to leave Silent Hill. I guess I have to stay here now. We make our way into the town, walking through the fog, and arrive at the first saving point. It looks pretty cool. We meet a girl, Angela, who is low-key creepy as fuck. She tells James to stay away from Silent Hill. Angela is looking for her mother. I assume she is dead because we are in a graveyard. I got another trophy for reaching Silent Hill. Silent Hill is very creepy. There is practically no one around. I don't know why. I thought this was just a town, but it looks pretty abandoned. We encountered the first enemy. It was not what I was expecting at all. It looked like a mannequin, they all do, even the bosses. I am not intellectual enough to understand this game so far, but it's giving me the creeps. There are a few different basic enemies you encounter as you walk through the map. They mostly all look the same though. I kept getting all of the collectibles, but something I was already not liking about this game was the amount of enemies there were. It was pretty annoying. I was also going out of my way to kill them all because I was scared, so that might also be why. We put a record in a jukebox which played a song with a flashback of James and his wife in a park. I think these were like clues of where to go next, but I just walked around. Here I got another trophy for reaching the Woodside Apartments. Another thing I already don't like is the low health indicator. It is all over the screen, super bright, and does not go away until you heal, and I was taking a lot of damage, so I had it pretty often. Inside the apartments we finally get a flashlight. We also get our first gun and hear a scream. I got another trophy for shooting some balloons. We then meet Eddie, a guy who is showing up in a bathroom because he saw a dead body. Then we have our first fight against one of the pyramid dudes. After his fight, I got a trophy for entering the other world for the first time. Right after I got a trophy for trying to open a locked door 50 times. The other world is this version of the main world that is all destroyed. I assume this is where the monsters spawn from. I actually have no idea what this story means. We then see Angela again, now with a knife. She wants to kill herself. James is in denial, saying he's not like her. I assume this has something to do with Silent Hill and how they were both called there. I guess Eddie was called here too. I don't know, again, this story is mad confusing. The Red Pyramid dude aura farms me and we fight him. After that, I got a trophy for making my way out of the Blue Creek apartments. We see the little girl again, her name is Laura, and we talk to her a bit. Then we meet a woman named Maria that looks just like our dead wife Mary. I got a trophy for meeting her. As I was getting more collectibles, I got a trophy for finding a pizza. This was just a glimpse from the past, one of the collectible types. We fight some more monsters, and Maria randomly becomes a stripper. We leave Maria because we heard a scream in the theater and go check it out. Eddie also happened to be inside the theater. Laura, the little girl, runs away again and we follow her arriving at the hospital, which gave me another trophy. I was trying to go for the Maria ending, so here I had to go back and check on her because she wasn't feeling well in a room she slept in. It did not matter because I didn't even get the Maria ending. I got a trophy for killing 75 enemies with melee weapons. Maria leaves or something and the Red Pyramid dude grabs me. We found Laura creepily singing, as she often does. She locks us inside a room, which starts a boss fight. Loki, an evil child. We then get a trophy for defeating the Flesh Lip. Found Maria again, she was mad as hell for no reason. We then get chased by a pyramid dude in the lamest chasing sequence ever, and Maria literally gets impaled. I got a trophy here. James is still looking for Laura. We find Angela, the other kid, just walking around. She talks about her mom again as usual. And then I got 2 trophies. One for discovering the secrets of room 106, and another one for reaching the bottom of the long staircase. We then see Eddie with a gun, acting pretty insane, and reach the prison. This is probably the worst part of the game. We have to open a bunch of doors using a scale. There is a ton of backtracking to do. I could barely see anything, and there were hundreds of enemies in my way all the time. But enough complaining, because the best part of the game is coming pretty soon. I got 2 trophies in the prison. One for killing 75 enemies with ranged weapons, and another one for killing 1 enemy with every weapon, since we got the rifle here, which was the last weapon we had to obtain. We escaped the prison, found Angela again, a little crazy, talking about how she was going to be good. We then fight this weird thing, which I think was Angela's dad, then kill it, which gives us a trophy. After killing her dad, I find out her very sad backstory. I think her dad was abusing her, or her brother too. I didn't actually understand it, but I knew it was sad. Weirdly enough, Maria is here again. I thought she was dead, but I guess not. She doesn't even recall being impaled. We then reach this area with a pyramid dude. I got a trophy for finding his room. Find Maria again, well, the actual dead version of her. We grab the sword of the pyramid dude to go through a wall, and then we fight Eddie. This fight was super lame. I got a trophy for killing him. We get on a boat after finally escaping the labyrinth, and here I have to wait 10 minutes for a trophy. We reach the Lakeview Hotel, the last big part of the game, giving me another trophy. Laura is in the restaurant of this hotel, and we finally get to see the letter from Mary she had, but it was empty. So Laura gets sad and leaves to find the letter. Apparently she lost it. I got 2 trophies here. One for looking at some bread, and one for reaching room 312. Once I finished the Lakeview Hotel, it was not actually over because I had to go do the Otherworld version of it. In here there's a tape of Mary talking about how Silent Hill used to be a sacred place. Here I find out that Mary was sick and James literally killed her. I was definitely not expecting that one. I then got a trophy for witnessing all glimpses of the past in a single playthrough. We then see Angela for the last time, still looking for her mom, walking around fire. Then I got another trophy for collecting all memos in a single playthrough. Now I had to fight 2 pyramid heads. Maria was like hanging upside down next to them. It was a pretty easy fight, they just end up killing themselves. I got a trophy for killing them. And one for collecting all the photos. After the fight we finally find Mary, but it is not Mary, it was just Maria pretending to be Mary. This is the final boss fight, which we fight against Maria, which gives me another trophy. There is a flashback of Mary who was pretty sick. It looks like she asked James to kill her, and that it happened recently. I don't know, I did not understand the ending, but I got 2 trophies here. One for completing the game without using the radio, and another one for reaching the leave ending. A little disappointed because I was going for the Maria ending, but it is what it is. This was the first playthrough. But the journey is not over. I have to play the game one more time to get the New Game Plus trophy, the speedrun trophy, and hopefully get all the endings. Right as we started, I got 2 trophies. One for finding the chainsaw, which is a melee weapon that you can only find on New Game Plus. It one-shots pretty much all of the enemies, and for bosses, it's pretty much 3 or 4 shots, so it's a super overpowered weapon. And another one for destroying 50 windows. I was following a guide to make sure I got all of the trophies, and with the chainsaw, it was not as bad since it one-shots all the enemies. The guide was really helpful. It was to get all of the endings in one playthrough. The first ending I got was a dog ending. Literally, what the fuck was this? I got 3 other trophies alongside the ending. Finishing the game under 10 hours, completing the game in New Game Plus, and finishing the game without killing any enemies with ranged weapons. After that, I did the UFO ending. Another extremely weird one. We had to examine this gem in 4 different locations. I do not understand how anyone could ever do this without a guide. Then I got the Rebirth ending, and after that the Maria ending. Finally, I got the In-Water ending. And with that, the trophy for getting all of the classic endings. Rebirth, Maria, and Water were all a lot more normal than UFO and Dog. The endings were all drastically different, however, which I was not expecting. I'm not sure why this is a thing, but I liked it. I was only missing one trophy for stomping on 50 enemies, so I loaded up a save file right before this room with a lot of bugs, which I thankfully had and just went ham at them. Once I got that trophy, I also got the platinum. This game was fun, but a little tedious, and I don't know if I'll get the platinum for any other Silent Hill, since the other ones seem way harder, but who knows.